For breaking news, go to iDiskiTimes.co.za. It is continued powered by World Sports Betting. It is times.co.za. Kaizer Chiefs in Egypt against Masry, a mid-table-ish team. We do know Pyramids, Al Ahly, we know Zamalek. Al Masry, not necessarily familiar with them, but they did show signs of quality at the beginning of this game. However, if you know anything about continental football, as we've watched over the last 5-6 years, you will know that there's very predictable patterns of play with North Africa. They're not special, whether they're from Algeria, from Tunisia, from Morocco, from Egypt. They all play one way. They play, go to the left or the right, cross, goal. That's why if you look at Al Masry's 2 goals, there's a penalty and a corner kick. They look dominant, but they never really trouble your goalkeeper if you know how to close their playing or their attacking areas. Their attacking areas are always left or right, cross, goal. That's why goal from penalty, goal from corner kick. Tso, I know it was a big occasion for Chiefs to play in this tournament. They even took out the G20 very early, but it's a loss for Kaizer Chiefs.
Mr. Ke kunjani mfethu?
Yes, sir.
Ngibulise wena ngibulise Stizi.
Jasa.
Ngibulise chairman my chairman.
Yes, sir.
Ngibulise uLindo Mkwena.
Coach, my coach.
Yeah, Bobo Kadoso.
Yes, sir.
Nomhlekazi omhle. Ongasukubhubha ngecawe.
Yes, sir.
Ngibulisa nani emakhaya qini support njalo iDiskiTV. Njobe njalo angijiki futhi.
Ingwenya yethu lebe ku Mzansi wethu.
Yeah.
It justify lapho justice.
No.
9:30.
Uvelile lento behind the scenes uyavela. Ulokuthi hayi mina ngifuna ukuba behind the scenes. At some point we want to see you who's doing all this job behind the scenes.
So uLindo Pep bekashaya I Giants behind the scenes.
Yes.
Ku Super Sport.
Yeah.
Washaya futhi khona nenye eku SABC1. uJunior bekashaya yena
Moshalaf
lapha Mzansi Magic.
Yeah, Mzansi Magic.
And then uJustice umzansi wethu.
Hey madoda.
Kusho ukuthi ke isikhathi siyahamba for mina nawe noShane noBobo. Ukuthi thina ke kumabona kude sovela nithi. It's me, it's you, it's Bobo, it's Shane. So umachaka ke njalo abadlali bafana bafana.
So uBobo next week Sunday. Yeah. So vula le channel yakudala le Bob TV. Tina sivula yona Bob TV. Angeke ayisekho uyovulwa yithi Bob TV.
Yeah, it was not dominant from Al Masry. Bebana ibhola, but it was not attack versus defense. It Chiefs bekhona game in nayo in some moments. Of course, they're never that creative, but they were never out of the game. How do you see it?
No, Mr. Gil, that's, as I said, during half time, game says the Chiefs. If the Chiefs they wanted to win this game, it was there for them to take it. And if you look at how these guys have scored, Mr. Gil, for me, no, man. You can't make mistakes like this. You know, number one, Peter Sindapan, you can see he's making a run, and that run that he's making it, he's going out. You know, dive in a manner that you close the angle. If he wants to take a shot, but your body behind the ball, you close the angle, you stretch your hands, so that if anything happens, then everyone can see, Uguti, no man, there's no foul. But now, if you put your hands there, then it says, Uguti, that's a foul, and that's how they got the penalty. Beautiful goal, Solomon's good run.
Love that goal.
Yeah, beautiful. You know, if you look back, you know, he was there winning that ball again. From there, he initiated the attack to say, look, I'm going. He made a very good run, got the ball, cut inside, take a shot with his weaker foot. Beautiful goal. I mean, for really, no.
That's a failed clearance for the corner. We have to explain to people, in case people didn't see it, for the goal that Al Masry scores towards the end of the game, it's a goal that's scored from a corner that Inacio Miguel should clear it. They failed to clear it. Al Masry scores. Very
disappointed, Mr. Nkeo, if we're going to concede a set piece of final, because one thing is that Ukros went up, meaning he managed to get la ball in terms of the header, la fimbala go and then luela la. What are you doing, you guys? I mean, dude, when Miguel in that action, I mean, you need to keep your eyes in the ball. You know, that's a danger zone. We can't allow you to sleep in that area. As a center back, a person that we all rely on, as a team that you're gonna make sure that you keep a clean sheet. But you are the one that is making a mistake, a crucial mistake like this. I mean, with such mistakes, only kids we can allow them to make such mistakes. But you with this experience, I'm very disappointed, Mr. Kim. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie.
So your feeling is a feeling of disappointment
Yeah.
from the mistakes, or because you have to also look at the game overall. Do you have positives because Zamalek is coming to South Africa next week? That's another Egyptian team.
Yes.
So Mauqathanisa abasekibhithe ne Course for Life. Do you say that there's a gap between them and us in terms of equality?
Look, Mr. Keo, I think how they've played against the Almars, I think Chiefs they can do better. They do have our Sereno that I think they can do better. They need to put good players. They have Maboya start them there in the midfield. You know, we Chiefs they had chances, but they didn't use those chances. And you know, when you don't use chances against teams like this, you'll find yourself in the losing side. But I think there's no difference between them and Zamalek. Zamalek.
Well, we can't talk about Zamalek until we see until we see Zamalek.
Yeah,
because Zamalek is normally the strong team.
Yes.
It's usually Al Ahly Pyramids and then Zamalek, the
Yes.
third best team now.
No, I'm just talking in terms of the football wise. That also them they'll want
the patterns of play,
they'll go wide and want to put those crosses. And I think the Chiefs they try to deal with that. You know, because if you look at the game itself, not much of those crosses from Almars. But now you look at the Chiefs, okay, you guys have managed to close that. But what did you do in terms of opening for you guys to create and score? Beside that, Solomon, what else?
Yeah, creatively.
Yes, Vilakazi with that shot. I think sometimes he needs to learn. He's a young boy. I think with time he will need to understand to say. You playing with experienced guys, and as you cut in as a left footer, keepers have got experience. They've been in the game. They know that you're gonna pen it on the far post. So a minute you made your head up, and then when you look at the ball, they already moved to that side. By the time you bend it, it's already there. That's how you save that ball. So he needs to learn that sometimes you cut in. Look at the goal, Solomons. He went up, and also the keeper moved.
He has to shift,
Then as the keeper moved, then he played
in the opposite
direction. So same applies to Vilakazi. As he cuts in, he needs to learn that. As he cuts in, then try and he can take
also
a shot.
use your teammate as an option.
Look.
Because we saw 3 times since Angenile where when he's cutting to his left, he's not using his teammates as an option. Cesar Zuguti is going to take a shot. And that's not a criticism, it's just add more to your game.
Yes.
When you cut in, don't just shoot.
Definitely, because sometimes that pass can give you a free space for you to play. Because if he's going to play, it was Silva making that run. 2 players will follow him.
Yeah, and Velepa is on the left.
And Velepa is there. You can play, and then you're going to get another touch there, and then you are inside. And also, you can play with Velepa. A minute they move, Velepa can put it back, bring back to you, and then you tap in. So, but, the good thing is that he tries to do things. It's one thing that I'm happy is that you can see he's trying to do something. So, he will learn from the Nkro.
Yeah. I want to... Okay, we have our windows open here. The whole video, Mr. Pin. Mr. Pin has a Netflix thing where he's chasing the bee the whole time. I've never seen it, but I've seen some clips of it.
Yes.
The whole premise of that thing is that so chase it. No, we have to keep that door open, just don't close it. I know I have too many trees around this house, so you'll have some of these things coming in. I did ask you this, but I want to go back to this. Is there any concern in equality with China selling Ananabo or Bona Basektin Ngati? Because looking ahead even to next week, also now second round with Al Masry Maila South Africa. Or do you feel like it's an opportunity lost? Chiefs could have done better.
I think Chiefs could have done better, Mr. Nkewu. I think they needed a player like Sereno that will make things happen. And especially in that midfield, I will change the way to play. I mean, when you've got Maboya, you can play Maboya, can play. Where's Ukacheni? Because I think these are the midfielders that they can do it box to box. And then you ask Umcheto to sit there. Then you say Maboya there, then Kacheni there. And then they will help you to do the box to box. So I think the Chiefs, they still have a chance. They just need to put themselves together and put the right players in the right positions. And I think they can progress.
Nice one. All right, that's Kaizer Chiefs in Egypt. Al Masry winning the game. There wasn't too much of a gap between the two teams, really. But I do want to say that if our Masry were a little bit more serious, 20% more in terms of even their patterns of play, maybe they could have scored more. But what is true is that they didn't create too much. It is also true that Chiefs didn't create too much as well on the other side. That's why it's 2 set pieces or 2 dead balls that scored our Masry's goals. Whereas from the side of the Chiefs, at least, there was a little bit of creativity with the solo run, Solomons. iDiski Times was suspecting.
Shapunjan bafowethu igama lami uLindo Pep, the best analyst in the country. Please don't forget to subscribe to iDiskiTV. Tanko.
This is Bongane Tso Vilakazi, they call me Tso. Niyazi bafethu, amakhosi for life, they are back in winning ways. Please, siyacela ukuthi subscribe iDiski TV.